Ronan's back, slicing through the noise with a culture attack. Pop culture, films, and the world we see. Deleted scenes, where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties we use to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews, to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Yeah, yeah. Speed out on your YouTube, bro, let's roll.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being, American, and YouTuber Ronan. I'd like to welcome you to tonight's episode of Unscripted. Want to say hello to everyone currently following along on X and Rumble. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. Want to say hello to a few people who have joined us here in the chat. Faithful Blue Wrench channel member, the Bird Woman of YouTube. Watch out for her second channel, Fluff Check Productions. It's kind of Cleary. Channel member, JPRPH1. Friend of the channel, True Rock Creations. Friend of the channel, Enigma Severus. Sin's Corner. Sin will be my guest tonight on reserved seats at 11:15 p.m. Eastern. Host of Geeky Geezers, which will be coming up live at the top of the next hour. My co-host on Live from Sparkwood in 21, Aged Boomer. Now, I was born into a very tumultuous time. Vietnam was winding down. Watergate was still taking place. Seems rather apt in retrospect, being born into a country in the middle of a maelstrom. At least that's the way I always looked at it. But still, I did have these rose-colored glasses on. I was always a second chances kind of guy. And towards some people, in retrospect, I was probably nicer than I should have been. Because I've come to learn something in recent years, is that with all of the talk there is of civil war, I seem to be living in a country that has already been divided. And it's been divided because there are people who have been paid to make sure that we stay divided. Between color lines, between political lines. And I was someone who was maybe a bit of a fence sitter. And maybe I did that for too long. My feet fell asleep. And I was so wrapped up in the minutia of my own life that I didn't see what was really going on. Until the world got shut down. And then I began to realize what was really going on and how insidious it all was. It was like this cancer that was forming. We have placed certain people on pedestals, and they don't belong there. There are people who keep being elected into office despite the fact that they have done absolutely nothing except line their own pockets with our money. And hello, Nate. And I'm talking about people who believe that there's LA, there's New York, there's Chicago, and everything else is flyover country. Everybody else is the unwashed, stupid masses who don't understand anything and are too stupid. And oh, we got to educate those people. Don Lemon, former CNN anchor, goes on the air and says that the president of the United States is a racist. Those are his words. So we know that the mainstream news media, the legacy media, these people are not on our side because these people want to foment a civil war. And hello to Outlaw Bill. Hope you're feeling better, buddy. Now, there are some people who say that, well, okay, let me preface that first. I consider Don Lemon kind of patient zero of the wokeness that has infected the news media. Because he came out and said the quiet part out loud. Now, there are some out there who would say that when it comes to Hollywood, Gina Davis is patient zero. And I've said that in the past. That's not true. It goes back much, much farther than that. It actually goes farther back, people. It goes back decades. And yes, I have Jane Fonda on the thumbnail, and I'm getting to her. But it goes back even a generation before her. It goes back to her father. And granted, yes, the man was a good actor. Yes, the man knew when to shut up, but he was just as much of a communist as all of them. And a lot of them are. This is going to be me calling out Hollywood tonight, folks, because these people are red. They have been for a very long time. These are people who do not care about us. In the news media, in Hollywood, on Capitol Hill, there are people who are trying to keep us separate. That's why you're seeing the protests that are taking place this week. This no kings bullshit that the media has ginned up, that the entertainment industry also gins up with people like Jimmy Kimmel and Mark Ruffalo and Julianne Moore and all of these people that go on the air and talk down to people, and in some cases downright threaten people, like you're seeing at these quote unquote no kings protests. Now, I have said this time and again, that I am not someone who is calling for boycotts, and I'm not somebody who's calling for violence against these people that have called for violence against us. However, just because we're not starting a fight doesn't mean that we can't finish one. And there is a certain someone who has fired that first shot. And I had nothing against Jane Fonda when I was a kid. I liked her movies. I saw some of them. I think she's a good actress. I still do. She's held up pretty well for someone who's 87. And to answer your question, Sen, yes, I will. After the show, I didn't forget. The China Syndrome got brought up into chat. Yeah, it's a good movie, but watch it for Jack Lemmon. Don't watch it for the rest of the pricks who are in that movie. Or Wilford Brimley. I got no problem with him, but still. One of the things that's gotten hard for me to do, especially in recent weeks, is divorcing actor from character, and which is something I used to be able to do, which was easy because, a lot of the, social media was not a thing. And I grew up believing a lot of stuff that turned out to not be true. I grew up believing that there were certain people who were good people who it's turned out, no, they weren't good people. I don't look at them and see the beautiful people. I look at these people now and I see demons. I see gargoyles. I see people who would rather see me dead because that's what they have said that they want. I remember this shit that Jane Fonda pulled. I remember that she went to Hanoi and entertained the enemy. I know that she laughed at American POWs. I know that she probably got some of our guys killed over there, and that she should have been arrested the second she got off the plane from Hanoi. The second she landed in the US, the FBI should have been on her like flies on shit. But they didn't, because she was protected by some of the same people who to this day are still protecting her now. This is the same woman who called Chris Kyle a serial killer. This is a woman who has laughed at the deaths of American servicemen. This is a woman who is a traitor to this country, and she is still allowed to walk around and spread her bullshit to this day. And what Tree Rock says here is absolutely true. You can look this up. It's out there, folks. Not only sat in that enemy anti-aircraft gun and took pictures with it, but fired that weapon off at American aircraft. This woman is a communist. She is a traitor. She hates this country and is still allowed to walk around in it free. But we get in trouble if we put up memes. I get demonetized if I say something that somebody doesn't like. I remembered what happened to the servicemen and women who got home from Vietnam. I'm old enough to fucking remember how they were treated. They went off to a war that they didn't start, a fight that they didn't start, but a fight that they finished. Winning every battle, but losing the war because they were dealing with people who wouldn't let them win. Like Stallone says in Rambo 2, do we get the win this time? But I don't know. Go see my movie. Well, I am here tonight to say no. I'm here tonight to say I am done pussyfooting with these people. The mask is off. They have proven who they are. Now, as you see here, this was a couple of weeks ago, and I've been meaning to get to this. Jane Fonda is relaunching the Committee for the First Amendment. The McCarthy-era committee, founded by her father, Henry Fonda, with such stars as Lucille Ball, Humphrey Bogart, and Lauren Bacall, to protect against acts on free speech. Because that's what they think this all is. They think this is about free speech. I want these communists to keep talking so we will know who they are. Now, there is a petition here that's been signed, as you see here from the headline. 550 celebrities. Now, some of them are the usual suspects. Streisand, Stiller, Pascal, Ruffalo. So you're not really surprised. But there are some other names in this on this list. People that I actually had some respect for. And let me get back over to the proper screen here. This is the actual story from Deadline. And hello to our man from the future, Sashi. And have fun. Enjoy your day, sir. Now, I have read this story. It's one that I suggest you all look at and see who is on this list. Because as far as I'm concerned, they've kind of blacklisted themselves. And there were some people on here that I had some real respect for. People that I actually, in a couple of cases, genuinely cared about as human beings. But if you want to follow Hanoi Jane off a wet deck and burn down what is left of your industry, then there's nothing I can do to help you. McCarthy was right. Sorry, kids, but it's true. So I find myself at a crossroads. Because I am a pop culture channel. I talk about current events, I talk about film. I'd like to start talking about other things, music, comics. But it gets very difficult to do that when you are reporting about people who would just as easily rather see you dead I don't know what to say to that. Other than if it's a fight you want, it's a fight you've got. I'm going to have to start getting nasty because we are dealing with some very, very nasty customers. These are people who are traitors to this country. These are people who are communists, always have been from the beginning. And when they say punch a Nazi, they mean us. They don't mean the guys from the 1930s. They're talking about you and me. This communist bitch who should be to this day behind bars for treason. Who sided with the enemy at a time of war. Who thought that our servicemen taken prisoner, held behind bars, tortured, was funny. The men and women who returned from Vietnam didn't get parades. They got demonstrations. They got called baby killer. They got dog shit thrown at them when they returned home at the airport. I know, because my dad was one of them. And he told me from a very early age who these people were. But I'm a second chances guy. Or at least I was. Those days are over. Because I'm still someone who still pays attention to the news. I don't watch the legacy media bullshit. I go to alternate sources. I see who these people are. I see what they stand up for. And I see who they side with. So what do I do when my channel is all about reporting on this sort of thing? I guess the only thing that I can do, at least for right now, is let me stand out front and take the first hit for you. I'll watch this shit so you don't have to. So yeah, the country is divided. I wish I had some good news for you, but these are the people who are dividing it. And they're getting paid to do it. And there are some of them, like Hanoi Jane here, who will gladly do it for free. So when one of these people goes on social media crying, "Oh, somebody called me a communist," I'm going to go, "Are you?" they called me a pedophile. Did you? You go online every day. You call me and my friends Nazis. You tell us we deserve to be killed in the streets. I'm supposed to give a flying fuck about your feelings? Sorry, chickie, fresh out. We owe you nothing. We don't have to go see your movies. We don't have to listen to your records. We don't have to watch your television shows. We don't have to watch your streaming services. We don't have to watch your news networks. We don't owe you a thing. You have already told us you don't want us. Don't come back crying to us when your shit fails. Because we're your competition now. We are your competition. And guess what, Hollywood? We are coming for you. It is a new era. Because I'm going to tell you all plain. If I see a movie, if it's not Top Gun Maverick level, I'm not going to say go see it in the theaters. What would be the point? If it's a streaming movie, leave it on streaming. If I think it's worth a rental, I'll say so. I'll be honest if something's good. You're not going to get me to care. We're past that. You broke what was left of my dark little heart. So fuck you. We don't owe you anything. You all said, well, lockstep with us or we're going to leave you behind. You know what? Good. Leave me behind. I'm not interested in living in your world. In my world, you don't get away with trying to kill the president. You don't get away with threatening to kill him. You don't get away with threatening to kill random people. You don't get away with diddling little kids. Maybe in LA and Chicago and New York, you get to do that. The rest of the country, you don't get to do that. You want to fuck around and find out? We'll show you. So I don't want boycotts. I don't want any violence against these people. I don't want them to be shut up. I want these people to keep talking. Please keep showing us who you really are. Burn your industry to cinders because that's where it belongs. On a trash heap of history. The fact that this woman outlived good people like my father is a fucking sacrilege. I have had to listen to your bullshit for 52 years. Enough is enough. I wash my hands of you. You fucking gargoyle. There's nothing beautiful or glamorous about any of you. You better get me with that first shot that you keep threatening me with, because I will knock you down off of that goddamn pedestal so fucking fast it'll make your head spin. See, yeah, there are people out there who want to bring the House Un-Americans Committee back. Good. I hope so. I hope so. Because it is finally time to bring these people down. Every single one of them. You have done nothing but try to destroy my country. And hello to Tim. Good to see you. It's up to us now. I don't see it the other way. And yes, I've been vitriolic tonight, and I did say this was going to be a rant, but I'm angry. Because I gave these people a chance, and they made me look foolish. And that is something you don't get to do. So if you want to burn down your industry, I am going to send you to I'm going to give you the matches. Because me and my friends here, we're your competition. And tonight I'm throwing down the gauntlet. So, to all of you within the sound of my voice, those of you who want to go out and make your own films, those of you who want to go out there and write your own books, those of you who want to go out and create your own artwork, go out and do that tonight. Because I'm willing to bet that whatever you create is going to be better than anything these people can come up with in a million years. I believe in you. Fucking gargoyle off the screen. Gary Kissel told me you have a voice. I am telling you tonight, you have a voice. Be the competition. That has always been the mantra of this channel. A mission statement in 3 words. I will stand up for you. I'll stand out there and I'll take it the first hit. I'm ready to go out on my shield, guys. I'm prepared. Not a bad way to go in retrospect. I want to ignore the chat. Chirac says this is one of the reasons why the federal government should not be involved in education, healthcare, retirement, and house loans. People fighting over money in that country. Hello to Big Al Presents. Good to see you, sir. Qapla to our resident Klingon, Mark Malnikoff. Bring back the McCarthy era hearings. We absolutely should. We absolutely should. It's reported only 650,000 showed up. It's not even near the 7 million they tried to claim. That's mainstream media. Who knows? Either way, it's more than there should be. I have a problem focusing on movies that I love now. Some of those actors are now puppets. Yeah. I have been the same way, man. Serious. They've made this a lot harder for me. Or they've made it a lot easier for me. One or the other. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, hey, exactly. If they hate this country so much, they've got the money, leave. Go live in Italy with George Clooney, you know? I'm not here to tell you what to do. I think you have enough people who try to do that. All I ask you to do, those of you who are here every week, to hear me out. That's all I ask. What I've talked about over the last 52 minutes has been my opinion and my opinion alone. I'm not going to tell you what to watch or what to not watch. I can merely give you an opinion as an amateur critic. I am not someone who gets sent screeners, you know. I have to go to the theaters and watch everything like everybody else does, or I watch it on streaming, or you know, I'll ride the high seas, you know. That's how it is. You guys help keep me together. And I come back every week because you're here. I do all of my shows because you're here. I never married. I came very close once. She passed. Her family took her kid because I had no legal standing over him. So I'm kind of left with myself at my age, you know? And I guess it's led to a certain amount of fatalism. But I realized something, and that's that there always has to be that guy. The guy who talks loud, who takes the chances, who takes the hit. And maybe that's me. But until that time, I'm going to be here one way or another, and they're not going to get rid of me. They can call me all the names they want. The same people who called my father the same names. and they think they have us beat. Tonight I draw a line in the sand. Stay tuned to the top of the hour. Geeky Geezers will start in a few minutes. And stay after Geeky Geezers. Come back here for reserved seats, starting at approximately 11:15 Eastern Standard, since Corner will be my guest for the evening. And we're going to be talking about her hitting the milestone of 30,000 subs. So congratulations to Sin. And we're going to be talking about film criticism in the era of social media, and maybe we'll see if we can get a couple of details about that Frankenstein movie that's out right now, because she's seen it and I haven't, so I've got some questions. All right, so I promise you a show that's going to be much more fun. And I will be back here, same bat time, same bat channel. I want to thank everyone who was here in the chat. Sin, Connie, Boomer, Nate, Tim, Enigma, JP, Mark Mounikoff, Sashi, Outlaw Bill, Tree Rock Creations, Big Al Presents, and everyone else that I may have missed. Thank you to everyone currently joining us on X and Rumble. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. From HQ, in all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, support independent media and independent creators. From HQ, in all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night. Take care, stay safe and healthy. Be the competition, because this is how we win.
Steven Ronin's back, slicing through the noise with a culture attack. Pop culture, films, in the world we see. Deleted scenes where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Yeah. Steve out on your YouTube, bro, let's roll.